So, so let's talk about like the work that Stoked does,
Mm-hmm.
um, and maybe even the broader, industry that Stoked sort of sits in, just to sort of
Yeah,
define that for the audience. And then I want to jump into how this pandemic has changed what that looks like.
totally. So Stoked, when we got started about 10 years ago, we were primarily just delivering learning experiences for executive education. My co-founder Anna and I, we got our start. We coach executive education at the D School at Stanford, which is where we learned about design thinking, and we became such fans that we left our day jobs to go do that work. And so that was where it started. Over time, people were like, "Hey, you're guiding us in process. Can you guide us on a real project? Like we have
Mm,
a thing that we want to do. So quit teaching us and lead us on a real project." And we said, "Sure." So we started doing that, and so project work kind of came up. And but then accidentally we learned that we were having this strange like cultural effect on organizations, where after working with us, they started to collaborate differently, they started to behave differently, and their culture was shifting. That was not why we went in there. We thought it was cool, but it was not the thing that we were selling. We were selling and talking about innovation work and design work. 10 years ago, if you'd said, "Hey, we're going to come in and change your culture," nobody would have talked to us.
right,
Like culture was a dirty word. It was a scary word.
right.
And so that's what we do these days. We kind of offer these three main areas of services that we work in, which is education. So we still teach a lot of design thinking. We teach organizations how to be more innovative, how to behave more innovatively. And then we do a lot of culture work, working with organizations to take a look at where their culture is at now and where they want to move it to. And then we do a lot of real deal innovation project work, creating new products and services and experiences. And so, for the most part, yeah, that still happens kind of at an in-person, global scale, right? So
Right.
a lot of that work is done thermogenically is what I like to call it, right? It's like where you give some energy and you receive some energy back.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's kind of what we do right now. And the services themselves look like lots of different things, but those are the big areas that we play in our education, culture, and innovation.